Ira Epstein with your Morning Flash Update, and this update is for the morning of Tuesday, the 19th of December, 2023, time 8:25 a.m. Central Time. Well, another day, another update in the stock market. It's sort of weird, amazing how far it just goes without correcting. When a correction comes, the question is, will it be deep or shallow? The higher the market goes, I know it sounds crazy, but probably the first reaction, the shallower it is, because there's so many people that think they're missing something. And those that are wrong the market will look, if they're short futures, for breaks to get out on, but they got to be scratching their head. What the heck? This thing just never breaks. I'm not a top picker, as you know. I'm a trend trader. The trend is up, but there gets to be a point where you're overextended. Look at the copper market come alive. I mean, this is just kaboom to the upside. Are you going to $4 copper? We're looking at supply numbers coming out of different parts of the world and demand. The market thinks that we're on the verge of seeing interest rates turn down, economy's going to flatten out and possibly get a pop. Could that be it, or is there something out of China? I haven't seen the news yet to tell me what that's doing. I'm going to look into it. When we look at the energies, it is time for the U.S. to not be a wimp. We are wimps. We have all this military might, we've got everything, and we allow ourselves to be sent drone attacks, and we just shoot the drones down. Go after the source. Warn them first. Be diplomatic. Tell the Houthis in Yemen, you cannot shut down world shipping lanes. If you're going to do that, there's a price to pay. This is your one warning. They shoot up the drones again. Don't we have satellites? Don't we have missiles? Isn't there a way to go in there and just level the playing field? It's Yemen. It's Yemen. What the heck's wrong with everybody here? When we take a look at what's going on in the grain market, still farmers selling here, okay? So they're not holding it off. In the Bitcoin, we're already at the 19th. Come the 10th, as I told you, that's the drop dead date for the SEC. The market's going to get, I believe, a series of ETFs based on spot, and the markets keep on short drops. The market keeps getting well bid as people want to own it. Dollar down. We're still looking at strange things going on in the currency markets. Strange being so many want to drop rates, yet they're getting a bid. Now, in the Japanese yen, the opposite happened. The market went down about 100 points as the Bank of Japan did absolutely nothing. They stayed still, but something did happen important. Mr. Ueda said basically he's not going to tell the market like the Federal Reserve and the European Central Bank and telegraph when the bank is going to make shifts, if they're going to make shifts. He'd rather surprise the market. Okay, that's his style, whatever he's going to do. But the market down 100 points because now the idea of a January shift in the bank policy just not there from what everybody is saying. In terms of the day's data, we had the housing starts. Now, this is a monster. The starts went up nearly 15%. The annualized, they expected it, by the way, down 0.9%. So that's a big jump. Here's what I didn't understand. The permits, they were down 2.5%. They expected down 1.8%. Why wouldn't the permits go up as you see interest rates falling and people want to get themselves going on it? Something there that's not making sense to me. In the Red Book weekly retail sales, you were up 3.3% in the first 3 weeks of December versus a year ago, and up 3.6% in the week ending December 16th versus a year ago. So you got to look at how it plays out, but the 3% numbers over and over. We had Austin Fed President Bostic. He's going to speak today at Harvard Business School. We get the API numbers. You see the Bank of Japan. We've already seen yesterday one of the new voting members, San Francisco President Mary Daly, and she is definitely in the Dove side. So that was interesting, her conversation yesterday, adding to more ideas about what the market's going to do. Now, I want to remind you, today, I don't know the time, you will not see my currency report after today. So if you're interested in seeing the report I put out on the dollar, where I think it's headed, why it's headed there, going into seasonality on the 15, the 30, and the 5-year charts, looking